Okay, I want to talk about this expression without batting an eyelash or without batting an eye. So first of all, we have to learn what batting an eye means, or batting an eyelash, batting your eyes. It means to open them and close them quickly, right? Uh, so let me show you. Now there's two. There's two meanings. The first one is what a woman does while when she's flirting with a guy. I want to show you a demonstration. Okay. She opens and closes them several times quickly in order to look attractive to men. Okay. Now this one, she's doing it, but she's doing it in a really exaggerated way, just for demonstration purposes. She probably knows it's really more than, uh, let's say, if a girl just met a guy in a classroom or at a party or something, she would probably not do it this much. It would be more subtle. Uh, okay. But she does a good job here. Okay. It's almost like she's trying to look innocent here. But maybe if a girl and a guy were like a couple already, she might do it this much, right? Because she doesn't have to be as discreet. Anyway, so this girl, she's got it down good, right? This is sort of like what really happens in real life. Unfortunately, this picture is sideways. Okay, she's good. All right, so now uh, we're finished talking about this version of it, which is a flirting technique, right? But now I want to talk about the kind of batting your eyes that you do when you're surprised about something, or like a bomb went off, or like you didn't get the pay that you thought you were going to get. You didn't get a pay raise, or you got a much bigger one than you thought, or your boyfriend got you a present. Okay, whatever. Here we go. She's good. Okay, I'm leaving you. I'm leaving you. All right, something like that. Or just I got the bill for the repairs today. Guess how much it was? $5,000. Okay, right? So she was astonished. Now, um, I want to talk about the idiomatic way that this is used. The man didn't bat an eye when the explosions went off around him and bullets zipped past his head. So what we're really trying to say is he has courage, or that he's used to that situation. Okay, um, let's skip this one. Okay, so this kid's been abused so many times he didn't bat an eye when he was being struck, right? Okay, here we go. When the judge declared him guilty of murder, the accused stood there without batting an eyelid, right? Which means that he just didn't care. He's cold. He's so cold, right? Um, and let's just talk about the basic meaning. Without batting an eye, showing no surprise or concern or difficulty, okay? He read it without batting an eyelash, okay? So I think it should be showing no surprise or concern or difficulty. So I know a guy who's like a scholar, and he could read a 700-page book without batting an eyelash or without batting an eye, which means without difficulty and without even thinking it's a big deal. For me, if I read a 200-page book, I think I'm doing something, right? Okay, So here we go. So while she is meticulous about keeping her home clean, she doesn't bat an eyelid. And sometimes they say bat an eyelid. Sometimes eyelid about littering in public places. I don't know very many people like that. I know one person like that. That she was like that, let's say, a really long time ago, and then I started criticizing her, saying, you're polluting, you're littering, that's not cool, and she kind of stopped doing it. But So some habits have become so ingrained in our culture that we hardly bat an eyelash at them. So let's say most Americans or some Americans would walk into the house with their shoes on without batting an eyelash, right? Whereas in Japan it would be a shocker. Okay, and so I can remember when I was a little kid, we were out in the barn, and a bunch of us were standing around, and there was a snake, snake, and I screamed. I said, "Grandpa!" and he pulled the snake down and cut it in half, right in front of me, and he did it without batting an eyelash. Now I was terrified, but that's the kind of men they had. Real men back then, right? They had real men back then, and so he did it without batting an eyelash, right? And I have another grandpa who would probably, let's say, if there was somebody that uh, pulled out a gun in McDonald's and start shooting, he would go attack the guy and take the gun away and probably smack him around, but without batting an eyelash, right? Anyway, so it means without hesitation, without difficulty. Okay, so a couple weeks ago, I ran 15 kilometers, and I thought I was really doing something. I posted it on social media and stuff. And I thought I was sweating and I was tired. I was like, "Whoa, I ran 15 kilometers today. Oh man, I'm so good. I am so like macho, whatever." And but there are people that can run 15 kilometers in the morning before they go to work, right, without batting an eyelash, right? So it means without any difficulty, and that's commonly how it's used. Yeah, yeah. He killed a guy without even batting an eyelash. Yeah, yeah. We were there, and so it's telling the story. Yeah, he, you know, he knocked the guy out without batting an eyelash, or he could do that without batting an eyelash. You know, uh, so he could take him down without batting an eyelash. So I want to talk. Basically, I'm talking about somebody who's got a lot of skill and ability. I used to work at this university, and these wrestlers had a really strong upper body, but their legs were pretty small, right? And there was this rope that went all the way up to the top of the gym, but it was a gym, like a gymnasium, and they could climb those and climb up, touch the thing, and climb back down, climb back up again without batting an eyelash, right? So anyway, you got the idea. Okay, so I will talk to you on the next idiom.